Hello.
Hey there, how are you this morning?
Come on up, Senator Sweet.
Very exciting day for me, as you can imagine, and for Ann. This is a new chapter in our life, and we look forward to serving the people of our state and the people of our country.
Senator, what do you say to some of your new Republican colleagues like Rand Paul, who looked at your op-ed yesterday and said this was about promoting yourself at the expense of your party and of this president?
You know, I think it's important as I step into the Senate in this new responsibility to lay out my priorities and my perspectives, which I was able to do. I look forward to working with the Republicans and with Democrats, working with the President, and members of the House and the Senate. We'll have some differences, and I expect that each senator and each representative will express their own views as they think best. But I'm not worried about what other people think about what I have to say. I just want to hear what they have to say about their priorities and their perspectives.
Senator, the President...
Why do it right away before you even start?
Well, I think it's a good idea to lay out how you're intending to work in Washington as you begin. Some people said, well, you should have waited a couple of months or 4 months. I'm not sure what makes special one time versus another, other than to do your very best from the beginning to describe what's important to you, and then go to work.
The President, the President endorsed you, and now you made this op-ed. How is that not considered essentially a shiv in the back?
It's certainly an opportunity for us to work together on things where we agree. I actually said prior to the primary in an op-ed that I wrote in the Utah papers that I would work with the President on places where we agree, that where we disagreed, I'd point that out. But that if the President were to say things that were divisive of a significant nature, that I'd call him out on that. And I have, by the way, with regards to Charlottesville, attacks on the media, the Roy Moore endorsement, the Khashoggi approach. I've continued to point out places where we're different. And that's the great nature of this representative democracy, which is where we agree, we come together. Where there are disagreements, we express those openly and honestly. That allows people to have trust in one another, and I look forward to being able to have a trusting relationship with the President and with others, despite differences from time to time.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, guys.
From your
Thank you,
colleagues.
everyone.
The President should accept the bill Democrats are planning to pass.
Have you found more support or pushback from your new Senate colleagues?
It's significant. And I think it's important as I begin this new job to make it very clear where I stand. And I also note that the departure of Secretary Mattis and the decision to pull out of Syria in the abrupt way that it was done was a precipitating event for my finally going on this record.
I want to talk about Syria in a minute, but I do want to focus on the op-ed for a second. A senior White House official told me today that the president was disappointed that you, even before you were sworn in, would go after him instead of joining him and going after Democrats in the shutdown. What's your response to that?
Well, with regards to the shutdown, I'll be with Republicans on that front, which is I think it's important for us to secure the border. At the same time, what I did in my op-ed was not just talk about the president and my relationship with him and how we'll work together, but also I laid out my perspectives and priorities on a very broad basis on everything from trade to China to our allies around the world, immigration and so forth. So I think it's important as you begin a new job to describe exactly what you hope to accomplish, and that's what I did.